No.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Zero Interest. This time doing Mob Psycho 100, Episode 7, Exaltation, I've Obtained Loss.
I forgot how it starts again.
It starts with all the gangs are now starting
Oh,
to.
alright.
The rumor about Mob is becoming something of a legend amongst all the gangs, known as White Tea Poison, because he was wearing a white t shirt at the time that he fought Taruki.
And because Poison is a cool,
Yeah,
badass name.
yeah, basically. They're middle schoolers. They're all Chunbios. It's fine. Uh, and that's how that starts.
I don't know.
Casey?
I don't think you need a cool, I don't think you need to be Chunibyo to want to have a cool ring name kind of thing. Like, that's a pretty common thing elsewhere, but sure. Um, so then the intro happens, and then Zero's going to tell you what happens next.
So, Dimple gets led into.
Okay, I want to clarify why I keep forgetting what happens at the beginning of episodes, because we just watched the end of episodes, and those are usually really impactful and make you forget everything that happened before.
Yeah,
So
no, they're really.
it's good at doing that. It's so impactful that you just kind of get lost in it, and then it just kind of washes over you, and then you just, yeah. It's
Yeah.
very good. It's a good sign that I'm forgetting how it starts because I am so enamored with how it ends.
Mhm. So, Dimple is led into Mob's house through Ritsu. Uh, by the way, yes, Ritsu can now see Dimple, so
Yep.
psychic powers have awakened. Dimple explains, I
Yeah,
came
I
back
used to hang with Mob, and we were bros and stuff, and you and I should be bros because you
I'm like
clearly
his
have psychic
mentor.
powers now, right?
I'm like his mentor. And Dimple also explains, I came back from being literally a
Just
particle.
punched him.
Yeah. I should exercise you then. Bang, bang, bang. Just yeah. So reason
Okay,
why Dimple couldn't come into the story earlier. Uh,
it's fairly. You explained it literally last episode that we did, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. So Dimple forgives him for beating the crap out of him because you're panicked. Don't worry, don't hit me again.
yeah.
Um,
I'll forgive you this time.
like let's let's work together, you and I. We can do some cool things, and we can improve your psychic powers and stuff. Go get some silverware, cutlery, whatever.
Mhm.
So they get together a bunch of cutlery, and he's still trying to bend the spoon psychically. And Dibble's like, he's not doing it. I guess he's got like a complex or something about psychic powers, so he can't do the thing he's focusing on. But that power's got to go somewhere, and he points down, and all of the other cutlery on the table has been pretzeled.
Yep.
It's like, oh wow, I did all this. And he's like, yeah, good job. I guess you always had latent psychic powers, so I
Mhm.
guess because you got emotional or something and you got freaked out, what did you shit yourself or something? Don't be gross.
that
It's
that
nothing like
comes
that.
a little bit later, but
Same
uh,
goes.
yeah. Dimple tries to possess Ritsu, only to find out he's too weak to actually possess Ritsu. So all he can do is just kind of inhabit him and help him with his powers.
Mm. Yeah, and then we go to a dinner scene again, and Mom's like, "So where's the brother, dude? Is he not He's not hungry apparently. Has no appetite." And it's like, okay, that's a little weird.
Hmm.
Hmm. That's pretty much the end of that scene, more or less. Um, then we get to the next. Is this the bit with the council cracking down on delinquents? I think it is.
Yeah, yeah. They go and it's like we found girls' gym clothes in your bag.
and you need to button up that shirt. Also, we found gym clothes in your bag, so maybe if you just say it was Onigayama,
Onigawara.
Onigawara. If you just say it was he told you to do it, sure, fine. Also, button up your goddamn jacket.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So they begin to just crack down and frame every single delinquent in the school.
And then some.
And yeah, and then some. And while the president is feeling just bliss from, being in power and for something in his life,
Hmm.
because you get the feeling he has no power in his life outside of his position. Uh, Ritsu is feeling more and more guilty and grief stricken,
And
and
that
that
in
gives him
turn
more
makes him
power.
stronger psychically, which, you know, Bob comments on, and he's like, "Hey, what's the deal?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it. It's fine. Hey, if I get stronger, then that means I can exercise you, right?"
Haha, funny joke.
You had me
His personality's
going.
changing.
So this continues for a while, and
Yeah.
uh,
He's impressive to all the other kids in the Esper school now, and he's like, "Hey, want me to fold your car in half?"
it's like, what the hell's happening to this kid? Um, and I think he gets confronted by one of the other gangs at this point. I think.
Yeah, yeah. He gets confirmed by one of the other gangs, and he just kind of proceeds to beat them all down,
Hmm.
and then we get a return.
Yeah, this guy.
Taruki. After
Turkey,
Taruki,
Turkey.
one of the most notable things is when Taruki got sent up into the sky with the whole school, and he saw the sun, and he realized he was just a commoner. His eyes changed to a certain way, and now they're stuck like that. Now he has those much nicer eyes, and he's like, "You shouldn't use your powers against people like that. I was once like you. You think you're special, but somebody showed me the way, and I'm going to show you the way, young man."
And baby brother is spoiling for a fight at this point, and Bob is basically inside his head going, "No, no, 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 no,
No,
no."
he's like,
Uh,
"Ah, I can't be." It's probably like all those other guys at the Esper school doing like
yeah.
nothing.
So he
And
reaches out with the and immediately takes the hand. And, oh, handshake, cool. So this is what I'm like. Maybe you need to learn some fucking manners, young man.
and starts shooting all that psychic energy back into Ritsu
Hmm.
and just overwhelming. He's like, "Oh no."
Also, worth noting, he has a new hairstyle.
Hmm.
He is Marge Simpson now. So,
His hair is now 150% powerful.
so when a wind kicks up and the girls are holding down the skirts, he gets warning. Oh, let's go, and holds his hair because it's a giant wig. He needs to hold it on because that is
Yeah.
apparently less embarrassing than the bald spot. I mean, dude, just shave the rest of your hair and let it grow. And no, okay.
No. No.
He likes the idle
He's got to
look.
maintain. He's got to maintain some sort of fashion.
Hmm. Bald is fashionable. Buzz cut is fashionable.
Plus, it's funnier this way. So,
Um, that's pretty much the end of that scene, though. Then we get the
oh,
crackdown
this.
gets. Oh,
I think it's the scammers next. Actually,
oh yeah, that really pointless scene with the scammers. Yeah, so Mob runs across. I guess we just needed a certain quota of main character in this episode. He runs across a woman who's like, "Hey, little kid, why don't I show you this incredibly expensive artwork that I'm going to try and sell you for some reason?" Uh, and he like goes on, I don't have that much money, and she's like,
call your
well,
mom.
call your parents. I don't have a phone."
It rings.
Oh no, that happens a little bit later. So she's trying to pawn this vase off on him, and he's like, no, I'm not going to do anything like that. And she's like, hmm. And gets him to accidentally knock the vase off of the pedestal, and he catches it psychically and puts it back. And while he's putting it back, she basically jolts his elbow so that he
Hmm.
fractures it. He's like, oh, kind of thing.
Guess
Uh,
you're gonna have to pay the 5 million
can't
it's
afford
worth.
that. Well, call your mom. I don't have a phone. Gets a call, and basically, long story short, Reagan shows up and out hucksters the hucksters. Basically, that's
Yeah,
how that works. It's a really pointless scene. I don't know why it was here. It literally just filled time.
I think it like the way the manga is like the anime takes a lot of parts from the manga and puts it together,
Mm.
and because the manga doesn't flow as well as this anime, so I'm guessing they took a later chapter of the manga and put it here because it tangentially relates to we don't like. And mom's like, I don't like con men. And Ricketts like, yeah, people who take advantage of other people's weaknesses, and then it cuts to Ritsu
That's
and
a
the president.
really like
It's tangential, I know, but
yeah. It's not much to that, but like I say, it fills time. Um, so yeah, we get more scenes of hey, um, they're cracking down even on just like regular students who chew gum now. Uh, and we switch to the rooftop where Baby Brother is talking with the president, and he's like, "So you're just kind of a shithead that's getting off on this kind of thing, and I'm just going along with it because I don't know. I just wanted to see how people like you roll."
I got tired of being myself. I want to see what it's like to be a fool. I want to be an idiot for once.
Hmm. Yeah, and he got that apparently.
Hmm.
So then I think we go to Onigawara in the fitness club room.
Yep.
And we get a bit of a thing about, hey, did you find any espers? And she's like, no, nobody cares. Um, and Onigawara is getting a talking to from fitness guys, uh, presumably
Yeah.
for just ducking class. And Onigawara is like, I can't go to class because everyone thinks well, I'm going to say sex offender, even though that kind of doesn't exist in Japan still.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone thinks I'm a sex
And
offender, so I can't go to class and I can't go home because my mom will wonder why I'm not in class. It's catch 22. Then student council show up and are like, "Hey, you're a fuckhead." I forget what they
you're
say.
ducking out. You're ducking out class in here, and
Fitness
then
guy is like, "Back off, dude. Just leave him alone. You already took him down. If that was what you were going
he's
for."
done nothing. He did nothing wrong.
Hmm.
Because again, Body Improvement Club president was with Onigawara running at the same time when they were framing him, so he
Yeah.
knows it couldn't have been Onigawara.
Hmm. So they're like, "Oh, am I gonna have to take you down too?" Hmm.
And then they hear there's a gang leader out.
Someone's out front, and yeah, they fight. Well, they. Uh, Baby brother. I'm not gonna say fight either. Just kind of beats down the gang leader. And he's like, "Oh wow, I guess you're. Hmm. All right, that's a thing, I guess. It
Wow, I
depends
didn't
on what
know
it
he
says."
was. I didn't know he was also very strong and good at fighting. President says he's walking home alone,
Hmm.
and then gets cornered by another gang,
Catharsis.
who proceeds to beat the living crap out of him. And it
Hmm.
continues where Ritsu goes to challenge gangs and take them down, and then that leads to the president getting beat up even more.
Hmm.
Catharsis.
So yeah, that happens, and he's like, I'm gonna stay home for a while. And Baby Brother basically just invades his home to find out what's going on, and he's like, "Could you stop beating up people, please? So we need to stop. This is fun, but I don't want to be hit anymore. So could we stop, please?"
Reitz is just like, I already cleaned up most, like, pretty much the whole school. But what you got, you pretty much deserved it.
You got what you deserved, and you were the
Yeah.
last piece of shit in the school, and I dealt with you too.
So now I'm just gonna continue to clean up. I can do whatever I want. I have all these powers, he says to himself as he stands upon a telephone pole.
Which, is a good way to say that. If you're gonna say something like that, you should probably be on top of the world while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Good framing. So he comes down, gets accosted by multiple gangs in an alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
proceeds to do what he's been doing for the entire episode.
Taruki
Scares off a
yeah.
few remainders, and both Turkey and the slimy guy Esper in the hoodie are watching.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, scares off the last few stragglers, and Mob's behind him. He's like, "What the hell?" kind of thing.
And that's where the episode ends. What do you think, Casey?
Sis.
Yep.
Oh, it feels so good. That was satisfying to me. Also,
After the last episode made you very angry.
this is also probably going to come to a head in the next episode, and Zero said we're doing the next episode as well. So, kind of looking forward to that, because I'm not going to pretend that Baby Brother also doesn't deserve to get some himself, which he probably will. So, yeah, I still feel really bad for Onigawara.
Yeah, no, he gets the worst of it.
Yeah, just
really.
because the president got his doesn't mean he gets let off the hook. He is still scarred with being a sex offender.
Mm-hmm. At the very least, he has the Body Improvement Club.
Best senpais.
The best support network you could ever hope for.
I love those guys. They're so great. I'm so glad. I'm still so glad they're such a prominent fixture in this show.
Yeah.
It would have been so easy to just have Mob join that shitty club about the supernatural or whatever the fuck it was.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been so easy to do, but they went with the much more interesting option, and it is so much better for it.
Yeah, because it's the whole point of that decision. Like, they frame it like, oh yeah, of course he's going to the telepathy club, whereas Mom's like, no, I want to do something that will actually improve myself. And
Also, what the fuck are these scrubs gonna fucking teach me? You
yeah,
kidding?
no. Like in most other school-based anime, you join the club in which everybody just kind of screws around and hangs out. That's not the case with this. So it's really nice. And all the characters are really good in that club. President is always going to be there for you. In fact, he's a fixture all the way until the last chapter. I can tell you, the Body Improvement Club stays relevant to some degree.
Cool. So yeah, there's not really much I can comment on beyond that. Beyond, still really effective at making me angry at these people. Good job. Yeah.
So I guess we'll see you next time, where Mob and Ritsu will have a bit of a confrontation.
Oh, also great with how they do actually have through line of pathos through the whole thing. Like, we don't get much on why the president does what he does, but what we get is probably enough. There are enough clues there to figure out what's going on there, and it doesn't excuse it, and I think that's kind of the point, but
Yeah.
it explains it, and the explanation is worthwhile.
Yeah.
So, Like, a lot of shows wouldn't bother and would just have him be kind of an asshole and power grabbing and stuff just for the sake of being, I want to be a power grabbing character because power mongers are easy to write. But no, there's.
The villains in this show all have a sort of belief system that they follow for reasons. So it makes sense.
Yeah, it's not even a belief system in his case. It's just that
Yeah.
he's an emotional wreck and
Mhm.
just kind of broken. But yeah, so that's this episode and stuff. So
We'll see you guys next time then, I guess, on Zero Interest with Mob Psycho 100, episode 8. Let's go.
what's it called?
It's called The Older Brother Bows Destructive Intent.
Cool, I guess. Bye.
These are names that make no sense. Doesn't make sense.